Tonight, I have in studio one of the persons seeking to be flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. He's not what you call a front runner, but he says by the end of the process in August, I would call him the first of the top 5. Mr. Kwadwo Poku is NPP Flagbearer hopeful. You're welcome to Face Point Blank on Citi.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, and let me say a beautiful evening to your listeners and all those that are listening to us.
We appreciate.
I'm very well.
Who is Kwadwo Poku?
Well, Kwadwo Nsafoah Poku is a very young man.
Kwadwo Nsafoah
Poku, yes. My middle name is Nsafoah.
Like Key?
Keys, yes.
Okay.
KNP, the voice of the youth.
All right.
So I'm a businessman who's been doing his own private business for the last 21 years. I serve on a lot of corporate boards, both Ghana and international. My main company is Gas Oil or FKP and Route Investments. I have lived in Accra not too long. I'm originally from Kumasi. I was born in Kumasi, went to Pokuwari. I'm 49 years of age. And I have been around the party for a very long time.
When in Kumasi were you born?
I was born in Fantini Town in Kumasi.
So which constituency is that?
That's Subin.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And whilst I've been in Accra, I live and work in Hawaii, so West Wagon. And one of the adapted constituencies that I have is Kwabri East, which is where my father is a chief, Mampontehine. So basically, that's in a nutshell who Kwadwo Poku is.
And you didn't add that Kwadwo Poku has a nice voice.
Well, it depends who is listening. Nice voice is relative. Some people, my voice, they think I'm too hyper, so my voice irritates.
No, but right now they are sounding smooth.
Yes, I'm warming up.
You're warming up. Please don't be too hyper, because if you become too hyper on point blank, it may be, the temperature may go too high. I see. So you went to university where?
I did university in London, not in Ghana.
Okay, so you did.
I only did 1 to Form 5 in Ghana. I did 6th Form in London and university in London.
I see. So what's your profession? If I'm a journalist, what are you?
Okay, so if you want to call me, when I came out of school with a network certification, which is a CNA, Certified Network Engineer.
Okay.
Okay. But I've never practiced that. If you want to call me my profession, I just call myself an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. So because since as far back as 93 in London, I started doing my own business. I had a shop in London till I came to Ghana in 98 and set up my own business.
I see. Family man?
Yes, married with 2 kids.
2 kids. Okay, all right. I think you've. I'm just checking the boxes for you. You have to be 40 years. You have to be sane. You look very sane to me.
Yes.
You have to have plenty of money. It looks like you have plenty of money.
Amen. That's good. I mean, if those are the things that look, the money aspect. I don't know why people think that you need plenty of money. Look, by God's grace, when I started this thing, I think I'm one of the few people that did not look at my pocket before I decided to do this. I thought, look, I have what it takes. I have the energy, and I can do this. Then along the line, I've just been bumping my head against the wall and thinking, But look, God being so great, I've done well in the last year and a half when I started this journey.
I see.
And I've come so far.
Have you run for assemblyman before?
I've never run for any position before.
Nothing. School prefect?
No.
Class prefect?
No.
Nothing.
They will not class prefect, but then you see, you don't want to go into my history in school. Okay, so let me tell you. But I'll tell you a little bit of my history when it comes to class prefect. I ran for class prefect and I won. But then the teacher came in and said, I'm too hyper and I'm too naughty to be the class prefect. Then they now got a calmer guy in the class to be the class prefect and made me the deputy.
Too bad for you. I mean, this your hyper thing is a big problem. You have to work on it.
Well, no, I don't have to work on it. It's good. It's good energy. It's not a bad energy.
You're fine.
It's good energy.
I see. Okay, so you've never contested anything before.
No.
Have you taken up any appointment in the NPP government before?
Well, I was a special assistant at the Ministry of Tourism when my adopted mother was the minister at that time, Hawa Yakubu.
That's Kufuor's time.
Kufuor's time.
Many years ago.
Yes.
You were special assistant to
Hawa Yakubu, yes, at the Ministry of Tourism, yes, Rebecca.
I see. Okay, then.
And recently I have served on a couple of boards, but then
government
board, yes.
Appointed by who? Akufo-Addo?
No, yes, recently on the Ghana Cylinder Board.
Oh, you and Frances were there?
Yes.
Or that's not the Frances?
No, Frances time.
So did you leave as soon as
after 20,000? No, we served our term after 2020, okay. And then I never went back.
So that's the most recent thing you have done. Yes. All right, let's look at your party, NPP. what have you done at the grassroots level?
Well, a lot. Look, at the end of the day, not everybody can be a party official. Not everybody can be um, an executive of the party. We all serve the party in various ways. The party needs a certain engine to take. And one of the things that need to take is people who basically adapt the constituencies and take care of the constituency. So I was always wagon. If you go to the constituency office, they will tell you the relationship they have with me. In elections, I help when they need resources to basically take care of people who go to various polling stations. When it goes to Kwabri East, I also help a lot at the constituency when the constituency offices need stuff. So in my capacity, I think my strength is really providing the support and financing when there is the need for.
I see. When did you obtain your NPP party card?
Okay, so my party card as it stands, everybody's card had expired. It is renewed every 4 years. So my recent one is the 2016 to 2021.
So you got in 2016?
No, before that I had.
Okay.
But it expires. There is the Sir John one and there's the John Bodu one, and now there's going to be the
Do you have one now?
Yes, which expired recently, which is the current one that everybody has.
Issued by who?
Issued by John Bodu. But the ones that they've taken information for the Justin Kodua one, that one has not been issued.
So when was the first time you got a party card? That was
2012.
2012. That was the first time you joined the party?
Yep. No, not join the party. You see, that when people say join the party, it makes it look. It makes it look like
your
when
party
you have.
says Ufri,
well, so those things. You see, let me give you an example. When you want to enter into such contest, then yes, you put that in perspective. But there are people who have a good relationship with the party and help the party, and not necessarily hold a party card.
But the reason I'm saying that, you see, in 2012, when you were now applying to get a party card, somebody was busily promoting the NPP in the Supreme Court and performing what your party members have described as a very sterling one.
Okay.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay.
You want to challenge someone like that?
In 2001, when I was busy working for the party, in 2008, when I was busy working for the party, where was that person?
Okay, so
in 2001, when I was working for the party, in 2020, in 2000, when we were working for the party to bring the party into power in 2001, where was that person?
So what work did you do in 2000? Do you remember?
Yes, very well. Why don't I remember? I lived in Madam Howard's house. Okay, and I worked with Madam Howard, and we all know the contribution we did. Now, if you want to talk about party membership, the very person you talked of, when did he get his party membership? He was waived. There was a waiver that was given to him.
Yes.
Right? So all these things are not necessary.
So you don't
because in the point, hold on. If you want to go in that line, the very person you mentioned, since you bring him up.
No, slow down.
No, but it's good to put it in context. No, you don't.
I'm just asking you, are you saying that the claim that your party is always rewarding longevity?
No, but party has not always rewarded longevity because somebody was given a waiver to serve as a vice president when the person has just come.
Yes.
So where is the longevity that you are rewarding?
Okay, so there's nothing like longevity.
No, there's no such thing. As and when that is individual perspective.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that you brought up Dr. Baumia. I didn't.
Yes, I did.
What I'm saying that if you want to talk about me applying for a card in 2012, let me be honest with you. Before I moved into Accra and decided to go to Iowa, so West Wagon and got a card, I had previously had a membership in Subin.
Okay.
From 2004.
So did you have a card?
Yes, in Subin, yes.
Okay, so you had a card.
No, yes, but the point is that we're talking about current records. But
we're talking about
but for somebody, that's the problem. If you want to talk about when somebody joined, you want to tell me Dr. Baumia joined the NPP in 2008?
I'm sure.
No, he did not.
That was when
that's not when he joined the party. We've all known Dr. Baumia as a very active member of the party, even when he was in Bank of Ghana.
Really?
Yes.
I see.
No, but you didn't know him. But my point is that what I'm trying to say is that when somebody is given a waiver, that's not when you say that person joined the party.
No problem.
So the point I'm trying to set straight is that don't let anybody now come and make it look like this person did this and this person did that.
Okay.
That is what is bringing the Edru Misoten. Because if you now start that conversation, there are people who say that, look, we were in the 97 contest.
Is the reason I'm asking you that?
No, but for me,
you don't think that's necessary?
Neither here nor here.
Okay.
It's neither here nor there. Because then if you start that conversation, people who are in this contest are saying that they were in the contest in 97. And in 97, they should be the one that should be rewarded with a dream. So not people who started in 2007.
Okay. Let's talk about experience, exposure. Alan Kwadwo Chamantin, Alan Cash. Almost everybody knew how to sing Alan Cash song in 2007. He didn't win. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, very much known. A number of people, Dr. Kofi Konedo Abreku, the Minister for Agri who resigned, all these people experience was the word experience and also exposure. You don't have any of that.
It's relative. I do. Well, you will see, you are mentioning things that are relative. Exposure to who? Exposure to what?
To the voters.
No, but the voters there now are different from the voters that were there in 2016. So what? No, but they are not the same people. The executives that are there now are not the same executives that are there. So what exposure are you talking about?
But people above age 18, no Alan Chamanti, no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, no Free and all of
You'll be surprised.
How many
you will be surprised that people that know you don't necessarily mean that they want to now vote for you.
No, I'm not talking about. But then, I'm just talking about. Then what does it mean? You first have to be known before you become.
No, you know, in the last 18 months, I've gone around and I'm known. Whether they were known.
You've gone around the whole country or just
twice.
Really?
I've been around the country
twice.
You
know the country very well.
Very well. You know, I've been to the country twice.
What's the remotest place you went, and what do you think was your challenge?
Well, look, I don't know if you have time to have these conversations. Let me tell you something about me. If you go to Binduri in Bazua, right, there is an outcrop right after the Volta, right? And when you go to that community, when you are sitting there, your phone starts roaming because it now picks up the Burkina Bay network, okay? That outcrop there is mine. I registered it at the Ministry of the Mineral Commission to do a query in that area. I have actually driven in most part of True Walewale all the way to Garu, all the way up to Pusiga, and then back down to Binduri.
So you have.
I have, and that I didn't just do that because of politics. I was doing that because of business. So walking around the remote areas of Ghana is not because I want to be doing politics. That's why I go to those parts of the world or those parts of the country. So the issue, let's put it in perspective. You brought up a question saying that people are known and people are exposed.
We've moved on. I want
I always like to know, but that just came by the way. Let's put that conversation in perspective. The fact that people know you, the fact that you've been exposed to certain people doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be the best candidate to serve the party. The reason there's an election and there's a contest is that you have to go around and espouse your vision and tell the people what you do to change their destiny and change their lifestyle. That is what makes you a candidate worthy of election, not the fact that people know you or you are exposed.
Over 100,000 NPP members will decide who leads the party.
Over
300,000.
No, 230,000.
Okay, over 200,000 NPP members are going to decide who leads them as a flag bearer. Why should they settle on you?
Because I'm the only one addressing the critical issues that's facing them. I'm the only one talking about the pertinent issues that's facing them. Basically, the neglect of the grassroots, the restructuring of the party structure so that the resources go to the constituency as opposed to what it is now. If you are looking at if every day the constituency's leadership are there facing the real problems of the constituency and the resources are not coming the time and when they need it. So for me, when I go around, what is bringing me up and what is making me do things? Look, there are people going around and trying to feed into the anger at the grassroots and try to make it look like they are the ones that have the solutions. You've never heard, and you correct me if I'm wrong, if you've heard anybody put out concrete policies to change certain things at the grassroots, tell me. I'm the only one who on every week, 2 weeks or monthly basis, putting out flyers, espousing ideas to what I would change and when I would change it.
Whose record will you campaign on if you became flag bearer?
There's no need to campaign on anybody's record. I don't believe in those things.
Really?
Yep, there's no need. The campaign on record is backward looking. I'm a forward looking person. Why do I need to campaign on a record?
Do you believe in breaking the 8?
Yes, 100%. But I don't believe. No. It doesn't mean that. What it means is that no party has been able to do a continuation from when you've done 2 terms from one president to another. When you talk about campaign on record, why I don't believe in campaign on record is that I don't think that if Kwadwo Poku is to serve Ghana, I should come and tell you about what my predecessor did. That doesn't tell you how good I am. We keep focusing on the wrong things as Ghanaians.
So you focus on the future.
Yes, exactly. What I would do. That's the most important thing. Not what Kufuor did or not what Nanado has done that he's leaving. What's that got to do with you? What's that got to do with me?
Okay.
He's done what he can and he's leaving. So why would you want people to vote for you based on what somebody who is leaving has done?
Okay. What does Kwadwo Poku plan to do in tourism for Ghana if he became president?
Well, look, let me tell you something. Tourism is a private sector-led business. Okay? Tourism is not a place where government will now come and say that, look, we now make X amount of foreign exchange from there by counting the number of people that come into the country and said, okay, if everybody comes in and spend $100, foreign tourism bring X amount of money. No, it's a private sector-led business. If you want to grow tourism, create an enable environment for private sector to grow. Today, I'll give you an example. If somebody comes into Ghana and they go into the hotels and they go into the sites and go into other, have you been to any of the tourism sites and see the facilities that are available? It can be done well, but is the private investor having money to go and put in these tourism sites? I have said in the past that when you go to Dubai, every day there's something new for someone to go and look at. Sometimes you're looking at something that you're thinking, but why am I looking at this? But they've made so much noise about that thing that you feel like you have to go and look at it. But all those things are private sector led. So government, really and truly, just create an enabling environment for tourism. We need to give a lot of waivers in terms of taxation because, look, the hoteliers and the tourism sites and all those, they are really dying under heavy stress of taxation. So if you don't look at the enabling environment to let that industry thrive, Ghana is one of the most expensive destinations when it comes to hoteliers. When you are staying in a hotel in Ghana, the rate you are paying, go to Dubai and go to other tourist destinations and stay in there. So if you want to be a tourist destination, you need to start looking at those things. But you can only let the hoteliers, which is a private investor, look at those rates if you reduce the taxes on them. That's the most important thing.
Are you certain you would be part of the top 5? How certain?
I am 120% certain that I would be the first in the top 5.
First, so
yes,
number 1.
Number 1.
Who else do you think would be in number 5?
Well, I have had this conversation in Kumasi and it ended up being that I have endorsed other candidates. So I'm not going to go into that thing and start mentioning people's name. I was in Kumasi and I said that, I think that in the top 5 is going to be this person, in that person, in that person. And all of a sudden, a certain camp came out and said, I've endorsed this person because I said that person, because I mentioned that person's name first.
Are you doing this to support someone ultimately?
Why would I? Let me tell you something, my brother. I'm a very successful businessman. Nobody will leave their business in my capacity, right, to come and test waters or be a joke. I don't believe in those things. So at the end of the day, why would I? What's the need for? Look, I'm not new to this politics. I've been doing this since, look, if I want to just be relevant, okay, since 2010, I'm probably one of the most known faces on TV. TV3, Joy News, Citi News, you guys, your guy, Samens. I was on TV3 with Samens.
It's not my guy, it's my boss.
Your boss, yes, Samens. I was on TV3 with Samens almost 2-3 times a week. Okay, during 2012 to 2016. Ask him, he will tell you about me. So if I'm looking for relevance, I'm already relevant. In terms of name, in terms of ideas, in terms of everybody that wants to discuss energy, we'll call Kwadwo Poku. So at the end of the day, I don't need to do this for popularity or anything. I'm known, but I just feel that there's something fundamentally wrong with the way we run our politics and the way we run government, and I want to come and change that.
How many languages do you speak?
Only English and Twi.
Only English and Twi. Would that not worry your campaign?
Why? Even if some people are walking around, there was once a fine gentleman in NPP who did very well and only spoke English. Do you know that?
Why are you going to attack him?
No.
Who?
Jacob Echebilamte.
Oh, yeah, he became your chairman.
He spoke only English. Did you know that?
Yes.
So why would me speaking Twi and English,
why
should it be?
But he didn't win the flag.
Well, that's saying, why would having just one language be an issue?
Because Jake didn't win the flag.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that why would speaking just one language be
because you need to speak to the people.
But hold on, if I come to you and speak to you in English, and you don't understand, I speak Twi, and you don't understand, I get a translator.
That's what you do.
But look, let me tell you something. When I was in primary school, I had a guy. There was a family called Diakiti. The man was a Fulani. He didn't speak a word of English.
Like me.
Well, if you are. He's called Diakiti. The man didn't speak a word of English. Those days, you know what Kayabali is? You know what Kayabali? It's a sandals made of rubber. It's called Kayabali. He was the only importer in Ghana that brought Kayabali into Ghana. The man would go to Switzerland and go to all European countries. He didn't speak a word of English. You know why? He carried a translator. With
him, extra cost.
It doesn't matter. He has the money. If you have the money, why not? Those things are things that people like you worry about.
I'm really enjoying the conversation, but
Me too.
But time is up. We need to go. I want you to speak to NPP members and tell them why they should vote for you.
Well, as I said earlier, Kwadwo Poku is the only one who believes that, look, the grassroots need attention. People are just talking about the youth, the youth, the youth. I'm called the voice of the youth for a reason. I believe that resources to be channeled to constituency leadership. I believe that the status quo is not working and we need to reform. We need to create a body that will basically take care of constituency chairmen and MPs so that problems within constituencies are attended to well ahead of time instead of going through certain structures. I honestly believe that the youth unemployment that is in the country is a problem, and the three-pronged approach that I have, which is skill training, entrepreneurship, and creative arts, will solve most of our unemployment problems.
Kwadwo Nsafoah Poku, NPP Flagbearer hopeful. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, my brother.
We'll do this again.
We have to, because it looks like you seem to have a certain perspective of how things should be, and I think we need to do some orientation.
I have no perspective about it. I want things to develop. I just wanted to see what your own interpretation of that is. But there's more. There's more that we'll talk about.
No problem, my brother.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.